I love you. I'm loving you. I have a car. I'm having a car. I'm having dinner.
Why is I am loving you not correct? Why is I am having a car not correct?
We are going to talk about some really important verbs. Stative verbs. The opposite of stative verbs are action verbs or dynamic verbs.
We can divide English verbs into three groups: dynamic verbs or action verbs, stative verbs, and mixed verbs. Dynamic verbs. Most verbs are in this group. Dynamic verbs usually involve an action or an active process. For example, to play, to eat, and to speak. We can use the dynamic verbs to form the continuous tenses. For example, I'm playing with my friends. My father is eating pizza. We are speaking English. Stative verbs are grouped into 5: verbs of emotions, verbs of senses, verbs of state of mind, verbs of possession, and other verbs. Verbs of emotions are like, love, need, prefer, want, and hate. Verbs of senses are feel, hear, see, smell, sound, and taste. Verbs of state of mind are believe, doubt, forget, imagine, know, remember, seem, suppose, think, and understand. Verbs of possession are have, own, possess, and belong to. Other verbs are verb to be, consist, contain, coast, include, and mean. Let's look at this example. I am hating the way he looks at me. Of course, this is a wrong sense. Hate is a stative verb because it shows emotions, so it is not correct to use the progressive form. It should be in the present simple form. The correct sentence should be, I hate the way he looks at me. Notice, we usually use the present continuous tense with dynamic verbs. On the other hand, we use the present simple tense with stative verbs. So, I am loving this song is not correct because love is a stative verb. It should be, I love this song. The car is belonging to me is incorrect. It should be, the car belongs to me. I was smelling something bad. Incorrect. It should be, I smelled something bad. They were believing in ghosts. It should be, they believed in ghosts. Mixed verbs. Mixed verbs have two meanings. One meaning is dynamic and the other is stative.
The most common of these verbs are verb to be. When we talk about usual behavior, we use the stative verb or the present simple. For example, Dan is very dependable. But when we don't talk about usual behavior, we were just describing something that is happening at the moment. We use the present continuous tense because this is a dynamic verb. For example, Mike is being naughty. Another verb, expect. When expect means think, we use the present simple form. I expect Jane will go shopping next weekend, or I think Jane will go shopping next weekend. But when expect means wait for, we use the present continuous form of the verb because it's a dynamic verb. I am expecting a phone call from Tom tonight. It means I am waiting for a phone call from Tom tonight. Another verb, have. When have means own, it's a stative verb. Jeff has a fancy car. It means Jeff owns a fancy car. It means Jeff owns a fancy car. While when it means experience or eating, it should be a dynamic verb. For example, Karen is having a great time in London. It means she is experiencing a great time in London. Another example, Lucy is having dinner with her friends on Thursday. It means she's eating dinner with her friends on Thursday. Again, when have means an experience or to eat, we use the present continuous form of the verb. When has or have means own, to own something, we use the present simple form because it's a stative verb. Another verb, look. She looks like her mother. Look like here means she resembles her mother. She takes after her mother. Look like can mean search, but this is a dynamic verb. Are you looking for your keys? Notice that we used it in the present continuous tense. Another verb, taste. This soup tastes horrible. Taste here means to have a particular flavor. That's why we used it as a stative verb in the present simple form. But when taste means test the flavor, we use the present continuous form. Why are you tasting the sauce? It means you test the flavor of the sauce. Another verb, think. I think you're mad. Think here means to have an opinion of something. It's a stative verb. But when think means consider, it's a dynamic or action verb. Jenny's thinking of going to France, for example. It means she's considering going to France. C. My Uncle Paul is my mom's brother. Oh, I see. I see means I understand. Stative verb, that's why we use the present simple form. But I am seeing Wendy tomorrow evening. See here means to meet somebody. I am meeting Wendy tomorrow evening. Weigh. Weigh means to have a particular weight. Jill weighs 48 kilograms. It is his particular weight. But when we say, I am weighing my suitcase to see how heavy it is, weigh here means to measure the weight. When you measure the weight, use the present continuous tense because this is a dynamic verb.
Do you know why I am loving you is not correct?
Because love is a stative verb.
Great. Do you know why I am having a car is not correct?
Because have here is a stative verb.
Wow. So you understand the lesson now. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.